What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense, and it's about to get real messy. So, like the video as the intro plays, we have a lot to get into.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense to me intellectually.
Make it make sense. You know it was a...
Feel you have the right to throw things.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things in your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things in your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
Look, man, $35. That's the lowest I can go. You're killing me.
Okay, 35.
Oh, you didn't say that for the longest.
Yeah. Ooh, thank you. Squeeze my tiny ass up in this. Upstage these bitches up in here. You like this girl?
Okay. Normally we start off with the mess, but today we're actually gonna end with the mess. Because this Carl Winslow stuff, we gotta call this man by his real name. The Carl Winslow stuff and the Naomi stuff is messy. I'm putting it out there. It's messy. So we're gonna start with the real stuff and then we'll move our way to the mess. But first, shout out to Lori Beth. If you guys don't know who Lori Beth is, she is one of the victims who dealt with the Nickelodeon stuff. Like, she was on All That. She was actually my favorite on All That, but she was also victimized as a very young person. And you never really know what path being victimized leads you to. And she celebrated 19 years of sobriety. So kudos to her. She was hilarious. I really thought she would have went on to like SNL or Mad TV. But anyway, shout out to her. Okay, let's get right into this Diddy stuff because it's gonna move very, very, very fast. I wanted to show you guys this photo first. Now, you guys can caption this what you want, but Diddy's excited. Will seems enticed, and Vivica ain't with the It might just be me. If y'all see something different, you let me know. But in this photo, it's looking like Vivica wants no parts. Feminista Jones says, if you don't take that baby oil down, it's gonna be your ticket to hell has been booked. Maybe, but it's not laced with nothing. So who knows? Maybe I'll donate it after all this happens. I'll donate it. It's all brand new, unopened. I'll donate it to a charity or something that involves like kids or babies. I don't know. But anyway, okay. So let's get into this. Starting here. Sex worker turns over alleged Diddy freak-off tape. One of Sean Diddy Combs' alleged encounters with a sex worker was videotaped, and the tape is now in the hands of federal prosecutors. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ the male sex worker met with the feds Wednesday in NYC and signed a proffer agreement, which allows him to speak to federal investigators without fear of prosecution. So we talked about this just a couple days ago. Where I told you guys that his co-conspirators were flipping, and we saw that in the the federal indictment. We saw it in the federal indictment. There was some verbiage in there that let us know that people were flipping and they were turning over evidence, phones, videotapes. But this one is new. Even this one just happened. The co-conspirators do not want to go down with this man. We're told the conversation revolved around Diddy, with the man explaining how he got in touch with an escort to engage in a freak-off involving himself, Diddy, and a woman. As we reported, prosecutors have said the freak-off instances of group sex are the center of the criminal case against Combs. Our sources say the man also dished on what type of drugs Diddy allegedly liked to use during the sessions, as well as details about one specific encounter he claims was caught on tape. Now, based on one of the videos that I did, oh wow, everything is moving so fast. It was like a few days ago. I said, I think I kind of had it figured out. When he is employing sex workers and he is engaging in those activities with a woman, there can be 2-3 people in the room. But the allegations are when it's a man, it's always going to be just one-on-one. And I told you guys, if that's the case, it is so that not so many people have leverage over them. We've not seen anybody other than one person allege that, you know, they saw something with Diddy and a man with anyone else. So just keep that in mind. Usually, or allegedly, if it's with just a guy, it's going to be solo. We talked about that just the other day. Our sources say the threesome went down in May of 2023 when the sex worker claims he flew from Atlanta. Of course he flew from Atlanta. Okay, don't get me, Georgia people. I'm just playing. Don't get me. I just claim that Atlanta is Sodom and Gomorrah. I don't know. Don't get me. Y'all be getting real defensive when you talk about people's cities. But if you want your car broken into, or you need an extra person, you just seem to go to Atlanta. Stop. When the sex worker claims he flew from Atlanta to Miami to meet up with Diddy and the woman, and he ended up having intercourse with her while Diddy filmed the encounter. We're told the sex worker had a copy of the video from the alleged encounter and turned it over to the agents who met with him. What's interesting about the sex worker's account is that it lines up with Diddy's attorney, Mark Agnefello, who told us about the freak-offs. We spoke to him for the new TMZ Studios documentary, The Downfall of Diddy, The Indictment, and he said the freak-offs were not wild group sessions and simply threesomes. They were just simply threesomes with consenting adults. The docs begin streaming for free Thursday night on Tubi. So y'all can let me know in the comments if you will be tuned in. I got a lot of mixed reviews. Some people enjoyed the initial Tubi documentary that TMZ did. Other people felt like it just was kind of like thrown together so that it could beat 50 Cent and the other documentaries that are coming out. But, you know, people are flipping. And usually Diddy's the one that's flipping. Let's see. Diddy's friend R. Kelly had some things to say. You know, they've been really good friends for a very long time. This is what R. Kelly had to say as it pertains to Diddy. R. Kelly is defending his old friend Diddy amid his allegations of trafficking and racketeering. Radar Online exclusively spoke with the disgraced singer, who ironically was convicted on the same charges Diddy is currently facing, and he did not hold back, calling the rest of Diddy a federal conspiracy. I don't even really know if R. Kelly can spell conspiracy or federal or I don't know. I don't believe none of this. You could tell me about Puffy. You could tell me about anybody. R. Kelly said, according to Radar Online, you could tell me on the news, the weather, the sky is blue. I'm not going to believe the shit because I'm in it now and I know what they did. We know what you did too, Kels. We know exactly what you did too. Y'all were friends. Y'all have a lot in common, allegedly. I can see why you would defend Diddy. But even in this sentence, y'all, you could tell me about Puffy. You could tell me about anybody. Or you could tell me on the news, the weather, the sky is blue. This reads like a nursery rhyme. This reads like green eggs and ham. What are you even saying? I do know that in prison, they offer literacy courses. I would advise that you take that, maybe go to the chaplain, start repenting. If you're a believer, you sure did. You were a believer when you were singing, I Can Believe I Can Fly. I would like to think that you have turned your life around or seen the way, but this kind of stuff makes me feel like there's nothing there. What is devoid in this man? The humanity. It's so similar. It's so akin to Diddy. Like they could basically be related, except Diddy does know how to read. These are two of the most trash individuals who reached the heights with celebrity, fame, money, adoring fans, admiration, all that, and gave it away for some freak offs. When the first thing that people like R. Kelly does once they get caught is all of a sudden they pander to the church community. Now you're defending Diddy from prison for crimes just like Diddy. R. Kelly then began to say that he and other celebrities are being hunted, and Diddy was targeted by the feds because he was flagrant with his wealth and power. Kelly also calls out people who joke about Diddy as if they won't be next. This is crazy. MFers out there laughing and making comedian jokes and doing all the other shit on the radio and everything else, but their butts could be next. That's what's so effed up about it. They so stupid, they don't even realize the moves that's going on. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Anybody who is engaging in these type of activities could be next. Now, if you want to name some names, we're all here for it. But you can't make this up. You literally cannot make this up. Let's move on. Let's move on to Carl Winslow. Now, that's not the man's name. His name is Reginald. But this was the original allegation about Reginald. Let me stop this just to make sure that you guys can hear it. This was the original allegation about Reginald. The man in the hat is Shawnee's sugar baby. This is the man who alleged that Shawnee had given him like a $50,000 watch and was tricking off money on him up to 2 weeks before she got married to the pastor. Shawnee never came out and officially denied the rumors. He's connected. He's been in the industry for a while, but this is what he had to say about Carl Winslow.
See, like when Diddy fucked Carl Winslow, we was at the party, and we just chilling and shit like that. And me,
messed up my childhood when he told me that.
Everybody know me, right?
Right.
I'm a goofy nigga. I'm funny and stuff like that. So I hear a nigga just wearing out some shit. I'm like, huh? Like hearing that, I'm like, on 6-0, who's wearing this bitch out?
Right.
Nigga, I kick in the door. Poof. Kick in the door. Nigga, I seen Carl Winslow put his
that's
head
the father.
up.
Ain't that the father from Family Matters?
Yeah.
No way.
The dad.
The dad.
Oh, the dad.
The dad.
The dad.
I swear to God, dad homie, neighborhood crib. So when I seen that,
Man.
and then
So who was piping Carl? Diddy?
yeah, Diddy was. So when I seen that, cuz right, Diddy came back and he was telling me, he was like, it's nothing more enjoyable than having a man do something for some money. I'm like, cuz that shit crazy.
Oh no, that's wild, bro.
Like I see like when Diddy fucked.
So that was the initial allegation. This is what Carl Winslow has to say.
Sweet.
Hey, Mr. Bell Johnson, how you doing, sir?
How you doing?
Hey, do you have any response to this bizarre story that's circulating about you and Diddy? Some guy named Loose Cannon told this story about you and all.
I don't know that man. I've met him before. I wish him well, though.
What's your message to those who are talking about
Get
it and
off the
actually
grid.
think?
Get off
What's your
the
message to them? Loose
Get a
Cannon.
life.
Hey, Mr. Bell Johnson, how you doing, sir?
How you doing?
Hey, do you have any response to this bizarre story that's circulating about you and Diddy? Some guy named Loose Cannon told this story about you and all.
Now, certain things, certain time when it comes to reporting this, I don't even know. When the man said that he was Shawnee's sugar baby, I would have thought there would have been a cease and desist. I would have thought there would have been more of a commotion because of Shawnee's husband's, place in the church. When there was no official cease and desist, it made me say, maybe there's something to it. By the time he starts talking about walking in on a humiliation ritual with Carl Winslow and Diddy, do I want to believe that? No. But do I go ahead and let you guys know that this is what's out there? Yes. I don't think anybody really truthfully wants that visual. I'm just saying. I don't. Just like I don't think anybody truthfully wants the visuals of, when the allegations came out about TD Jakes. I don't think anybody wants those visuals. Crack Coco says Diddy and R. Kelly album, the oil runs on the crack. I could see it. I could see it. With the Johnson & Johnson baby oil endorsement running through the video. Kalinoya, that type of work is illegal, forced or not. Being paid to cross state lines to do such work is trafficking. He's guilty. The man is clearly going down. At this point, he's going down, especially like with new evidence. Now, for how long, we don't know. But Diddy is done. Callaway said, I'm throwing up in my mouth. I told you guys this one was going to be messy. I told you. So this is what he had to say in response to Carl Winslow's response. This man is not named Carl Winslow. That's wrong. Reginald Johnson's response.
Diddy! Carl Winslow.
Now, hold on. I just figured something. Hold on. As I'm looking at this photo, it's giving me as I'm looking at this photo, he is reminding me of somebody. So before the end of this, I'll show you who he's reminding me of.
You talking about you never met me? You was bent over getting stroked. And you talking about wish me the best luck. Did you say that to Diddy? Sweetie! Carl Winslow. You talking about you never met me? You was bent over getting stroked. And you talking about wish me the best luck. Did you say that to Diddy? Sweetie!
What is wrong with this?
Carl
but no, this is who he reminds me of.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman. Now listen, y'all praise God with him. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold just 1 minute. Now you don't believe a minute. Listen, a woman. Now I will love a woman. On makeup. I will love a woman. Now listen,
That's okay. Oh, okay. Academics. I can see that. Academics. A little bit of Stevie J. Let's go back real quick. Y'all, this stuff gets so dark. We gotta have some. We gotta mix some laughs in it. We gotta mix some laughs because I couldn't even do the video where we were gonna get into some real stuff about humiliation rituals and stuff like that. I couldn't. We'll have to do that one tomorrow.
Winslow.
Even the scream.
You talking about you never met me? You was bent over getting stroked, and you talking about wish me the best luck. Did you say that to Diddy, sweetie? Carl Winslow.
I think I'm froze. Let's see. Let's do this. I think I'm froze. So let's take this out. We got to figure this out. Why am I frozen? I don't know why I'm frozen. Okay, so you can hear me, but I'm frozen. Okay, well, we might have to do it like this then. We might have to just not show it. Let's move on to Naomi Campbell, and hopefully it comes back up. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's let's see. All right, it says Naomi Campbell banned from being a charity trustee. Naomi Campbell has been banned from being a charity trustee after Watchdog investigation uncovered widespread evidence of financial misconduct at the poverty relief charity she founded. The supermodel was disqualified for 5 years after a charity commission inquiry found that Fashion for Relief passed on only a small fraction of the millions of pounds it raised for star-studded celebrity fashion events to good causes. The charity inappropriately spent tens of thousands of pounds on luxury hotel rooms, flights, spa treatments, personal security, and cigarettes for Campbell, while unauthorized consultancy payments running into hundreds of thousands of dollars were made to one of Campbell's few fellow trustees. The commission said it found that over a 5-year period from 2016, Fashion for Relief raised just under 5 million pounds from a series of fashion shows, but paid only $389,000 in grants to partner charities once the cost of events and other expenses were accounted for. Now, I do know that, this stuff can get expensive, but a lot of times if you have a name like Naomi Campbell, you can get a lot of stuff donated. And, you still have to pay for some of the stuff, but how wasn't a lot of this donated in her name? Nearly 350,000 pounds was later recovered from the charity by interim managers appointed by the commission and paid to the charity Save the Children and the Mayor's Fund for London, which reported Fashion for Relief to the regulators 4 years ago after failing to receive promised payments from fundraising agreements. Campbell's fellow trustee, Bianca Hilmick, who the inquiry found received $290,000 in unauthorized consultancy fees and $26,000 a year in travel expenses from the charity over a 2-year period, was disqualified from being a charity trustee for 9 years. Helmut proposed to the commission to repay the fees and expenses in February 2022, and a repayment plan was agreed by the commission. The full amount was repaid in April of 2023. A third trustee, Veronica True, was banned for 4 years. Fashion for Relief has previously argued that it was not solely fundraising for charity, but also a platform that, through its high-profile fundraising events, encouraged donors to give directly to its partner charity and good causes. Now, that's strange. I'm having a charity event for Fashion for Relief, and I'm telling you to donate to Save the Children. That's not typically how that works. The commission report, however, reveals that it did not immediately pay Save the Children £450,000 raised at a 2017 fundraising event. Fashion for Relief paid some of the funds, and the remaining money it owed, $147,000, was eventually paid by Fashion Relief's interim managers in January of 2023. The commission concluded that there had been serious misconduct, financial mismanagement, and poor governance at Fashion for Relief since it was established as a UK charity in 2015. The inquiry report highlighted shambolic financial management and a chaotic record keeping, including failure to keep evidence of invoices and receipts for formal minutes of meetings and decisions. The charity had no full-time staff, but referred administrative and accounting matters to outside advisors. The charity was charged almost £15,000 for a flight, taking a former unnamed trustee and an unnamed donor to a fundraising event in Cannes in May of 2018. The commission said while Campbell stayed in a $3,000 a night hotel hotel room and ran up personal security costs of more than $4,000. Other expenses incurred to the charity by Campbell during the trip included just under $8,000 on spa treatments, room service, purchases of cigarettes. Like, y'all, this is a lot. This is a lot. And what I've seen with a lot of rich people is they could be rich, they could have millions, but they find ways not to pay. They find ways not to pay. Let's see if I can get my thing going again. One second. Guys, we got over 3,300 in the chat. Definitely hit that like button. I don't know what's going on with my camera, but StreamYard was giving me a problem yesterday too. Campbell and Helmick told commission investigators the hotel costs incurred by the charity were subsequently recharged to an unnamed donor, but investigators could find no evidence that Fashion for Relief had received donor payments covering these expenses. Fashion for Relief was founded by Campbell with the aim of raising money to tackle poverty and support economically deprived young people. The supermodel claimed that the brand had raised millions of dollars for good causes through charity fashion shows since 2005. The commission started its formal inquiry into Fashion for Relief in November of 2021, subsequently sidelining Campbell and Hilmich. Its interim managers discovered that the charity was effectively insolvent with insufficient cash to pay creditors. It was finally wound up in March. A statement for Save the Children said, Save the Children thanks the Charity Commission for its thorough inquiry into Fashion for Relief and enabling the payment of outstanding funds owed to the charity. Save the Children's relationship with Fashion for Relief ended in 2018, and we have no plans to work with them in the future. This is, y'all, you know how I feel about charity. This is trash. I really do like Naomi Campbell. I think Naomi Campbell is with the shits. She's oftentimes funny, but you see these celebrities who feed their ego by saying, I've done so much to give back. And then you hear something like this where you're using charity. You mean to tell me Naomi Campbell can't buy her own cigarettes? Why would they need to use the charity company credit card to pay for her cigarettes? And it's your charity. If you can't front yourself $3,000 a night for a hotel, then maybe you don't need the presidential suite of whatever hotel you're staying at. You live a celebrity lifestyle because I think Naomi Campbell is worth like $90 million. She has multiple homes, billionaire boyfriends, and all this stuff. But the money that you are supposedly raising for children from deprived countries is going to make sure that you get to stay in the lap of luxury hotels, jets, and this kind of stuff really pisses me off. He just says paying for you to never show that TD Jakes a pin. TD Jakes pick again, jump scare. People really don't like that pick. My Sweet Nana says, where's the umbrella guy? I bet he flipped. I bet he was flipping too. Dari says, Z lips are kinda juicy. You think his lips? Who's Z? You talking about Jay-Z? Okay, so while I was looking that up, y'all know I had to do a deep dive on Naomi, but this is what she had to say specifically about this. So it wasn't your fault. Does it? Does it, ma'am? Because the charity raised almost $5 million, but they had only given $500,000. If the fundraising cost you $4.5 million, and you can only, in the matter of wow, this is all 9 years, raise $500,000, then yes, that charity does need to be disbanded because it's not really doing any. Like, that's crazy. $5 million to $500,000 of actual donations. But this is kind of par for the course for Naomi. And we're going to get into all the messiness. I told you I was going to get messy. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please wait. You couldn't hear? Okay. Stop screen share.
Just found out today about the findings, and I'm extremely concerned, and we are investigating on our side. As I was not in control of my charity, I put the control in the hands of a legal lawyer, and so we are investigating to find out what and how, as everything I do and every penny I ever raise goes towards charities. I've just found out today about.
Sorry, guys. I do not know what's going on with StreamYard. The other day when I broke that news that TMZ got credit for, mind you, the latest Diddy victims lawsuit, when I broke that, everybody credited TMZ. I broke it like 2 hours before TMZ, but that's okay. But StreamYard was giving me problems. StreamYard is the streaming service that I use to go live with. I don't know what's going on with this one, but I'll figure it out before the next video. So now we're going to move on to all the mess in Naomi's life. And it's a lot. The first thing I remember, well, actually, the first thing I remember was her beef with Tyra Banks. This was their first really and only photo shoot. Tyra said that Naomi was very nice to her at first, and Tyra got sick. And Naomi told her, well, come put your head on my lap. And she was stroking her hair and asking her what's wrong. She said, I was sick, and she was homesick. Tyra was very young. Naomi then said to her, well, do the American designers try to make you look like me? And when Tyra said yes, Naomi threw her head off her lap and said, you will never be me. And the beef was started. Then we move on to Naomi beating the hell out of the maid with her cell phone. Hot-tempered supermodel. And we all know that Naomi, besides her very long-standing friendship with Diddy, there's allegations that Naomi, had a coke-fueled past. Hot-tempered super, so maybe these were coke rages. I don't know, allegedly. Hot-tempered supermodel Naomi Campbell yesterday went ballistic over a missing pair of blue jeans and viciously smashed open her housekeeper's head with a cell phone. This was in 2006. I couldn't believe the pain. I had so much pain, cried 42-year-old maid Anna, pointing to a gaping wound in her skull, which required 5 stitches to close. Campbell just exploded, a police report said. That was the second time. The first time, she just woke up in a rage. We'll call it a rage. And she had hit somebody else with a cell phone. I think she was like in first class and hit one of the flight attendants as well. That's when we started to see the cracks. Then this one was very interesting. Naomi Campbell, I thought a gift of blood diamonds were just dirty pebbles. Naomi Campbell today, this is no 12, admitted in accepting dirty diamonds from former African dictator Charles Taylor. The supermodel sensationally revealed she took the jewels, dubbed blood diamonds, after a 1997 charity dinner hosted by Nelson Mandela in South Africa, but she said she did not realize they were valuable gems at the time. Instead, she told a war crimes court she thought they were dirty-looking pebbles. Natural diamonds are, of course. Naomi Campbell is going to accept dirty-looking pebbles. Okay. She was given evidence at the trial in which Taylor is accused of using the diamonds to fund a civil war in Sierra Leone. The former president of Liberia also faces charges of murder, R-word, sexual slavery, and the use of child soldiers. Sounds like Diddy. Campbell initially refused to give the evidence to the trial, which began in 2007, and had denied receiving anything from Taylor, but she was forced to appear after a subpoena was issued. Now, this is interesting because we just heard her say that she didn't do anything wrong. In this situation, she had no idea. Well, initially, when she was asked about the blood diamonds, she said the same thing. I had no idea. I did nothing wrong. And she refused to turn over the evidence. So when forced to admit in a subpoena, now we're about to go real messy, y'all. We're about to be real messy. So this is Naomi Campbell's protege. It says Naomi Campbell's protege F's her man. The model in question is named New Zealand, who was Miss Universe China 2011. I'm allowed to assume her pageant career was the perfect training ground for teaching her to steal Russian billionaires away from supermodels. This was the Russian billionaire that Naomi Campbell used to date. Now, mind you, he has his own. We won't say criminal. We'll just say shady past, but he's worth $1 billion. So you're worth $1 billion. You get people like Naomi Campbell and Miss Universe, Miss China, who was also Miss Universe. Now, what makes this extremely horrible is the fact that Naomi Campbell had a very short-lived show, just like Tyra Banks, called The Face. Zulin was somebody she chose for The Face, and then when Zulin did not, or New Zealand did not win, she then decided to take her on and manage her. They were good friends, and Naomi was her mentor. But all's fair when it comes to a Russian billionaire. These are the photos of Zulin and that Russian billionaire getting it on after Naomi Campbell's birthday party that the Russian billionaire who was on again, off again with Naomi met Zulin at. They started dating, cuddling. This is messy. I did forewarn you guys. This was messy. She did do community service, and she did it in some like insane expensive like gown or something. Let's get to the next mess. Then after he was found with the Miss China, she sued him and he sued her for $3 million worth of belongings that she refused to give back to him. So the reason I decided to be messy and go through all this is because there's a pattern. Naomi denies. Even with the stuff with Tyra. Tyra asked her point blank. All of a sudden, she didn't remember. The blood diamonds, I didn't remember. I don't know what they were. Didn't take them. Then she said she took them, but she thought they were pebbles. Deny. You got $3 million worth of this man's property, and you refused to give it back until he sued you. Then you sued him back saying he had some property of yours too. What, a comb? A dress? Because it wasn't $3 million worth. Naomi will deny. Then more recently, in the fashion world, things have not been going great for Naomi. Let me show you guys this.
And I have the honor of presenting tonight to someone who is often late. I am a very punctual person, and I have the honor of presenting tonight to someone who is often late. I am a very punctual.
Now, she was talking about Naomi, to which Naomi replied,
Everything's meant to work out the way it's meant to work out. If it wasn't my choice to have the other lady, I'd much rather have this.
So Naomi was late. The Devil Wears Prada gave her a award, talked about her being tardy, and then Naomi said, I'd much rather have this, meaning the other presenter present her with an award. I don't know. Anna Wintour seems to be a really big name in the fashion industry. People can say what they want about Naomi, but she is the only model I've ever seen in existence who has worked since the 80s and is still closing out fashion shows to this day. To this day. I don't know, but we're not done yet. So then we get to Naomi's former friend. So we all saw this in the news of the day. I'm going to give you guys the background about why they're beefing. This was Rihanna entering New York Fashion Week and shading the hell out of Naomi. Now that is Rihanna refusing to look at Naomi and Law Roach. Law Roach is a big name in the fashion industry. I think he's like Zendaya's stylist. And he and Naomi then posted this.
Shows like the other girls. We don't come with our tatas out or our chi-chis out. Very demure.
Very mindful.
Very cutesy.
Don't give too much.
Just give a little.
It's not about showing yourself. It's about showing the clothes.
Very demure.
Very cutesy.
Very mindful. Go to the shows.
Now, Law was eating this up. Now, I don't think Law liked getting shaded as well, but he had this to say in response.
What's so funny to me is that in this universe of the internet and social media that y'all live in, y'all always think something has to be something. But something ain't always something. Sometimes something is just nothing. So stop trying to make nothing into something. You know what? Y'all need to get some business. Okay, I love you. Bye.
Now, do I believe Law when he said nothing is nothing? No. Law is with the shits. And Law... Do I have that photo? Let me see if I have the photo. Law has basically modeled himself after Naomi Campbell. I'll have it pulled up for you before the end of the live. Do I think that Law was definitely like coming at Riri? Absolutely. Law does stuff like announces his retirement, and then a week later, he's not retired. Oh, this was the photo. He has modeled himself after Naomi. Law back in the day, Law today. Very mindful, very Naomi lookalike. Law came out and said that he holds fashion grudges, and Law Roach still rejects designers that diss Zendaya. I don't think Zendaya would ever put that out. Law Roach put that out. You know, he's with the shits. He enjoys, you know, a little bit of drama. But y'all might ask why Law and Naomi would be shading Rihanna. Back in the day, Naomi dated a Middle Eastern billionaire whose family was, I think his family produces or sells all of the Toyotas in the Middle East. So they were worth a few $1 billion. All of a sudden, one day we see Riri making out with this man. And this caused a beef. Before this, we always saw Rihanna and Naomi hanging out. I think one of the most beautiful, powerful images ever in Vogue was this photo. Iman, Naomi, and Rihanna. it solidified Rihanna, because I'm a big Rihanna fan. It solidified Rihanna as a person who could do it all. There is very few people, men or women, who could hold their own in a photo with Iman and Naomi. It's a very, very powerful image when it came out. And then a man got between them, who didn't technically really want either one of them because his family would not allow him to actually be with the black woman. From what I'm hearing, or from what I heard, he, as his like parting gift to Rihanna, was the one who helped set up the meetings for Rihanna when Rihanna initially got her super huge, unheard of fashion deal with, what was it, like LV something, the fashion house that owns all of the major fashion labels. When Rihanna got Fenty, he had set that meeting up for her, and it changed her life. And now she is probably going to be worth more than his family. I think they were worth like 2 or 3 billion, and Rihanna is taking over the world and is happily doing whatever with ASAP. Meanwhile, things aren't looking so great for our girl Naomi. She's still, she's still whoever she's going to be in the fashion world. She'll be an icon till the day she dies. But, beefing with Rihanna, beefing with Anna Wintour, beefing with your charity, beefing with the Blood Diamonds, beefing with your exes. I don't know. I told you this was going to be messy, and it was, it was pretty messy. I got to figure out what the hell is going on. I got to figure out what's going on with my camera. But let's shoot for tomorrow to actually talk about the stuff involving the humiliation rituals. Oh, hold on. We got some super chats. I didn't even see them. Let's see. No sounds. Thank you. Can you talk about what came out in the Young Dolph trial? Yo Gotti Big Juke put 100K bounty on Dolph and the jails calls. Let me deep dive on that. I've heard about it. I've heard about Yo Gotti getting entangled in it. I heard that they are saying Angela Simmons needs to get away from him. I've heard that he put the hit out on his brother after his brother put the hit out on Young Dolph. It's a lot. So I will work on that. Larry Reed. Oh, that's a generous super chat. Thanks. He says, first time catching the live here. Great channel, bro. I appreciate that. That was really generous. Queen T says, is this a coincidence? Everyone is black and rich. Dang. Now, we have seen a lot of people talking about the fact that, it's a conspiracy to take the black man down. I feel like this, whether you're black, white, yellow, blue, purple, whatever, if you are involved in very sexual situations that involve taking somebody's choice to say no, then you need to go down. I don't really care what color you are. If you are running a charity and you are using the money for $3,000 a night hotel stays and your cigarettes, then you need to go down. I feel like it's a wide scope of people in the industry who are being systematically taken down, but I don't think that it is just black people. I say this all the time. If what you are doing is consensual adult stuff, then great. But once it involves children and once it involves taking somebody's choice, I don't care what color you are. And I have no intention, even though I'm a black man, of protecting you. I'm sorry. And it won't change over here. You can go to the channel, not you specifically, Queen T. I'm not saying you. I'm saying for the people who be in my DMs telling me that I am going to hell for taking a rich black man down. Somebody even called Diddy an icon. For those people, I'm telling you, go to hell. I don't really give a damn. That's not my problem. Whatever Diddy gets in jail is whatever Diddy gets in jail. I will not be picketing or rioting for the likes of him. But anyway, guys, I got to figure out what the hell is going on with my camera. So y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow for the humiliation ritual conversation. It's going to be deep. And, if you're triggered, that might not be the video for you. Like the video on your way out. We are now very close to 200,000 subscribers. If I mispronounce your name, I'm sorry. Shiawana. Hey, Mims, this is Christina from West Philly. Well, what's up, Christina from West Philly? It's nice meeting you, but I really gotta go. Y'all have a good night.